So I'm making a TMS machine still. Haven't gave up yet. And I wanted to talk about my baby daddy because he always hurts my feelings, and I want to know why people. I mean, why he hurts my feelings. I want people to know why he hurts my feelings. So when I met my baby daddy, it was like it was like love at first sight, you know? I was like very blindly in love with him, and I saw through a lot of bullshit, but I just wish I didn't have to talk to him because he's really a bad person. You know, he's like honestly, I think he's a bad person because uh, so he essentially cheated on me when we first started dating, like 3 months in. He went and slept with his ex, and then they had sex at the lake, and she claimed she didn't know about me, right? She didn't know, and she seemed honest, you know. And not that this is anybody's business because it really isn't. But since he wants to be my handler, I'm gonna, expose him. Oh, but yeah, Marcelino, he's one slick ass man, or at least he thinks he's slick, because he knows that this man is like, I feel like the he has the smallest ego you can probably imagine. Like, just because he has, like, I don't even want to imagine how he would be if he was like a normal person with, not rich, like crazy rich like he is. He'd probably be like a school shooter or something. Just kidding, not a school shooter, but I feel like he would have killed someone or something because of the stuff he does to me. Because he's like fucking evil, but he's good at being evil. You know, he's good at being an evil person. So basically, this is why, like I said, every time I say something, I'm a add why, why they're evil. Okay, I'm not just gonna say something. Like always, my Marcelino, he's been on the VSK, telling people, oh yeah, do this to her, and I think they know it's him because, well, at least his family members know it's him because he told them, because he knew I was gonna tell them. Did you know Marcelino put me on a target individual list to be gang stalked and harassed and have my mind being read all the time and being watched through my eyes? And obviously he knew I was gonna try to get help, right? So he set me up, and he set me up. One of the setting up he did to me was my baby dad, my ex-husband, and the part that doesn't make sense to me is why my baby daddy decided. Well, I guess he does work. Uh, he does work for my stepdad, I guess, but I don't know. If somebody asked me, should I join in and torturing somebody? I don't know if I would say yes, even if I really hated them, you know. But yeah, anyways, this is my why one of the main people hurting me right now is my ex-husband. It's not my ex-husband um doing this to me. It is him. Okay, let me look. It is him. It's him. He's doing this by free will. He's hurting me by free will. He knows what he's doing. He does it. Mhm. But why does he do it? Apparently, it's because So let's go back to 2020, right? No, 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 no. Let's make this a little bit worse. Let's go back to 2026. 2016 when Marcelino met my mom. That is 10 years ago, okay? This is how immature, childish and immature these people are. Let's go back to when Kate was 16 years old. I was my mom's best friend, you know? She would tell me, oh, like I said on my first video, uh, my mom didn't want to be with Marcelino. And she'd tell me, oh, yeah, Marcelino's ugly, blah, 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 blah. And I would relay the message to Marcelino. But Marcelino would get mad at me. He'd be like, oh, you don't want me to be with your mom. I'm like, no, my mom doesn't want to be with you. And she told me you're ugly. And I even had to defend Marcelino a couple times because my mom's just really mean person sometimes. And I mean, not only would I defend him, but I would defend other people because my mom just doesn't have a filter, you know? My mom doesn't, she just, she's the type of person, like I remember when my godsister was dying of cancer, my mom would just be like making insensitive jokes. Like that's the type of person my mom is. That's how she is. And she doesn't have a filter and she doesn't know right from wrong. Anyways, so I already know how my mom is, right? And so I would defend him because I know my mom is just fucking, she doesn't have a filter, you know, and she doesn't consider others people's feelings when she talks. And that's why, you know, I would defend him. And then I would tell him, oh, did you know, I didn't tell him, did you know my mom said you were ugly? No, I didn't say that. I would say, you're ugly, because my mom would say he was ugly. But mind you, I was only 16 years old. And then Marcelino, what year is it? 2026? And Marcelino, he's like, oh yeah, let's take it out on her, our 16-year-old daughter. That was just repeating what her mom said to her. You know, I was like my mom's best friend. It's like you're dating someone and their best friend was telling you, oh, you're ugly. I guess I should have added, oh yeah, my mom said you're ugly, so he didn't think it was me. But yeah, my mom did say that, and I know she's gonna deny it, but she's like, yeah, he's ugly. And I even had to one time, let me say this in Spanish, but like, Marcelino, he was like, me dijo, oh, tu mamá, you know, they would have sex, and then they would be like, then after that, my mom would be like, a ver a dónde va esto. Like she would just be like playing with him, you know, and using him sexually. And then I was just like, oh my god, that's so fucked up. And then one day I told my mom, no le estés diciendo eso, you know, no le estés diciendo eso a Marcelino because that's mean. You know, you're just using him sexually, even though he's just a guy. He seemed to like my mom and he was being nice to my mom, and I was like, why is she saying that? You know, she said, oh, let's just see where this goes after having sex with him. And then Marcelino would be like hella upset, you know, about that. He'd be like, oh damn, she's just using me, you know. And he would get his feelings hurt, and I defended him because that's why I defended him, because I don't know, I don't think it's okay to use someone sexually, in my opinion. But yeah, and then so Marcelino, when I was 16, he would think, oh yeah, let's take this 16-year-old's words seriously and punish her for life, because that's basically what they're doing to me. I'm sorry my mom thought you were ugly. I should have added that part. Oh, ¿sabes que mi mamá dijo eso? Yo no fui la que dijo eso, fue mi mamá. Y te enojaste conmigo. But I don't know, I just assumed he would know that, but I don't know. It's not never okay to assume, because now look, I'm a fucking TI. And yeah. But yeah, so now he's using my baby daddy as a tool because he's been talking bad about me, and you know, and people are gonna get suspicious about him, and so he's making my baby daddy be mean to me, which doesn't make sense because we shared so many years of our lives together, y él está diciendo cosas de mí que no están bien. Like he's saying stuff that are not okay, you know? He's saying, oh yeah, nadie quiere estar con ella. This dude doesn't. So like I'm being watched in my eyes, right? And he finds out I'm barely talking to someone. Y ella está ahí. Oh no 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 hables con ella. Uh, um, like ella todavía quiere estar con el papá de su hija. She still wants to be with her baby daddy. Bro, I'd rather go to hell than be with my baby daddy again. Like, I'd rather be shot on the street right now than be with my baby daddy. That's how much I hate that dude. But yeah, uh, it's easier for me to talk and get shit done. Sugar. But yeah, what was I gonna say? Trying to make a outlet to make the TMS machine. And I'm actually kind of scared to make the TMS machine because ChatGPT says that it's not gonna help me. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm actually kind of scared. Let's see if I can delete the memory of it. Like delete everything I said, bro. Forget I said that I was gonna build a dangerous TMS machine. Forget that. I'm about to fucking. But yeah, what was I gonna say? But yeah, so Marcelino, he's not done with me, you know? He's a slick ass evil man. He's a fucking sociopath. Like I told everybody in the beginning when I was being targeted, Marcelino Ramirez is a sociopath. Why is he a sociopath? He knows people are listening to him. You know, he's the one saying, oh, you know, the little voice that's always talking shit about me. Oh, yawn at her. Tell her that go kill herself. That's my stepdad and my mom. It's not me. It's them saying all these words, all these things. It's them, and they think I don't know. I know it's you, bro. Who else hates me like you? Nobody. Yo no le caigo bien a la gente. Ya que no te caiga bien a ti es otra cosa. You know? But yeah, he should be ashamed. I mean, I drove by downtown Lincoln, Nebraska, and I know he has a connection with Hosman, bro. I'm gonna let them know you did this to me because you have a lot of influence in Lincoln, Nebraska, but that is not gonna make me be quiet because I am my mom's daughter and you were supposed to respect me because I was only 16 and you were out here, you know. Let's put her as a target individual, you know. Let's try to kill her. Why would you try to kill? Hold on. Why would you try to kill your your girlfriend's daughter? ¿Cómo para qué? ¿A poco no tan así de ese el odio de alguien? O sea, yo soy la hija de mi mamá, ¿verdad? Y te estás enojando porque yo te dije las cosas que mi mamá me decía de ti a mí. And you get mad at me porque no sabías, o ya como, like, I can't make that shit up. Like, I don't know. Ooh, I think we got it. But yeah, story of my life. I have people out here talking shit about me. But it's not my baby dad doing this. Well, it is him. I wonder if I ever become a free TI, I ever become normal again. I want to really ask my ex-husband, like, why did you participate in gang stalking? You know, why did you do this to me? If you know it's wrong, what did I ever do that to you? Like I was gonna fix some papers, you know. None of his ex-girlfriends was gonna fix some papers except me. And I think that says a lot about me as a person, you know. Who's gonna translate your papers now, huh? Who's gonna do your taxes? Cause I was a built-in secretary and wife. Like I'm pretty smart, you know. I know a lot of things. I'm not trying to show off or anything. Oh, it's copper. But yeah, I hope like I said, I always wish people the best. You probably feel special because like a narcissist thinks he's always special. you know. But I hope people. I made a good point, and you can see my my ex-husband is not the one. He is the one talking shit about me, but it's mi padrastro lo que está diciendo estas cosas. He's just getting revenge at me. This is all revenge for hire, basically. Like, he hired like a hitman, basically hired us. You know, it's like very advanced harassment that they did on me. Because if I had somebody outside of my house looking through my window, I call the cops. I know who it is. I know what their car looks like. So they would go to jail like that. Like that. But if you have people looking through your eyes, reading your mind, it's still harassment, but how do I say, it's like covert harassment that society hasn't advanced, uh, like, it hasn't advanced, like, enough for people to realize, maybe I shouldn't be looking through her eyes. You know, maybe we shouldn't be burning her with 5G microwave weapons when she's in her house or driving. Maybe I shouldn't know anything about her personal life that she didn't personally tell me. For example, like, I had people at work be telling me, oh, like, I literally had a mental breakdown one day at work because my boss, she's telling me, oh, she has a daughter and she has a brother, cuñada, blah blah blah, and like stuff that was like personal. I was like, how do you know I have a daughter? I could have had a son. How do you know I have a brother? I could have a sister, and I have a sister and a brother, you know. And so I was like, I was thinking about my brother that day at work. And then they were talking about it. They're just like, oh, she gets along with her brother. Like, they have a hate campaign going on with me, you know. Like, do you see this? If you hit it hard enough, I'm gonna get bruises. But do you see this head? You know, okay, like, words hurt, you know. The saying, stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. They do hurt me. Like, I have a lot of I would have to have like a fucking CT scan to show you all the fucking brain damage your fucking targeting has caused me, you know. But I don't have time to do that, and I just want to be left alone. I wish I could go back to normal. Like, everything, and sometimes I think about how, why is my life so bad? But then I think about all the things they do to me. For example, I have my baby daddy, like, talking bad about me. He says things. He's just like his dad, because his mom, su papá le dijo algo a su mamá, y su mamá fue al hospital. Imagine. So his dad said something to his mom, and that sent his mom to the hospital, just with words. He didn't say anything. He sent his ex-wife to the hospital just with words. His dad did. My ex-husband's dad did that. And it's just, they're just like repeating the past, you know. I feel like I'm his mom, you know. Like, my ex-husband, he abuses me, and he literally convinced the legal system that I abused him. And had I only reported all the times he, like, hit me, he cheated on me, possibly even, like, gave me an STI. I had a suspicion of getting an STI or STD. Should I tell, you know, I felt bad. You know, you should never feel bad for people sometimes, because had I reported my ex-husband, I probably wouldn't be in this situation, you know. But God is so great. Like, you know, God is so great. He got me out of that situation, because he knew, like, honestly, I was nothing but good to him, and he knows that. Like, and that's why I'm like, why would you help Marcelino talk bad about me and have this smear campaign going on with me, you know? If you're my ex-husband, you know. And I don't know, if you ask his exes, they're a lot like, oh yeah, he's just a horrible person. He uses people, and that's the truth. He does use people. Like honestly, I feel used by him. But, but yeah, so yeah, Marcelino, he's like hella bought her from what Kate said when she was 16. Uh, Cuando Jocelyn tenía 16 años, repetía todo lo que decía su mamá a Marcelino, y Marcelino, time to get revenge on that 16-year-old, you know? Punish her for when she's 25. That was almost 10 years ago, and I'm still getting punished for that. That's fucking crazy, you know? That's fucking psychopathic tendencies, you know? Do you know why I say that? Because I don't know. If I were to date someone and they have kids, wouldn't I want to treat them right? I don't know. And maybe that's just me personally, right? Porque vas a tratar al hijo de alguien que no es tu hijo mal. Was I really like? I don't know why you were bothered by me going to college. ¿Por qué te molestaba tanto? Like, did you want me to be a drug dealer or meth head or? And then he tried to say, like a lot of things that. That's how you know Marcelino doesn't know me, because he met me when I was 16, right? When I was 16, I had already, I think, been in honor roll for most of I was already in honor roll all of high school, and I was like I was my teacher's favorite kid because I was such a good kid, like, and that's just who I am, you know. I'm sorry that you made bad choices in your life, and I don't think I'm perfect, you know. I don't understand how people say, oh, she used to be perfect before becoming targeted. I had very bad anxiety, like for example, I remember I would puke from anxiety. That's how bad my anxiety is. I puked from anxiety. I would have a test coming up, and I didn't study. I'd be puking my ass off, you know. A mental illness, like, and I'm not saying like I'm schizophrenic, because that's different, you know. I don't even think schizophrenia exists. If you ask me personally, I don't think it exists. I've never met a person that actually has that disease. But yeah, so my ex-husband who was be like, oh yeah, no me dejaron estar con Jocelyn, which is me. And that was Marcelino. He was trying to say that I didn't let him be with my mom. Oh, come on, bro. ¿Yo qué te voy a hacer? Tenía 16 años. ¿Qué te va a hacer una muchachita de 16 años? ¿Qué te va a decir? I mean, I guess it was kind of my fault. Te hubiera hecho. Mi mamá dijo que tú estabas feo y que no quería estar contigo. I should have said that, right? But I mean, I never knew I was gonna become a TI. And I never knew Marcelino hated me that much that he wanted me to die like that. I mean, I never meet someone and be like, oh damn, this person is gonna try to kill me in the future, or try to hire a private investigator to stalk me. Like, who as a normal person thinks about that? Like, oh, you know, watch what you say with him, because he's so sensitive. He's gonna hire a personal private investigator. That's not normal, bro. I don't know, that's just not normal. And you know, it's legal to do that, actually, to hire a private investigator or someone. But it's not normal. You know? I hope, his, at least his accountant looks at his stuff and he's like, oh, ¿por qué Marcelino le pagó tanto dinero a esta private investigating company? Because he tried to lie to me. He'd just be like, yeah, I never gave them money. Like, yes, you did. You paid someone to do this to me, you know? Just because of your own insecurities. I don't know. I don't know. Only I know people that are targeted can understand me, and I wish. I just hope. This evil just can't be exposed soon enough. Like for me, in my opinion, that it just that day cannot come soon enough for me. Like it just can't. Did you know we used to burn people with the towers? That and then if you asked for help, they'd call you schizophrenic. But we're not schizophrenic. They're actually burning. You know, it's been confirmed that the microwave beaming weapon exists. They can beam it through your window. Mm. Well, you know, you're still working on it with the COVID vaccine is a bio interface. Yeah, it is it is a bio interface. Why don't we know that? Because the government doesn't want you to know. To know that yeah, we injected people with fucking nanobots, and it's just if a lot of people knew about that, it would cause like World War III, I guess. But until then, I'd just be a crazy conspiracy theorist that is being severely harassed. And I know people are like, you know, just gonna keep dying and passing away. Unfortunately, that's what they want me to do, you know, kill myself. And I try not to think about that. I isolate a lot, just so I don't have to listen to these people, you know, because what they say hurts my feelings. But I don't know why they're more concerned about. It's like they're more concerned about. Mira lo que está haciendo. Mira lo que está pensando. Why don't you step back and be like, damn, maybe I shouldn't be watching her. Maybe I shouldn't know what she had a dream about last night. Did you know that they have made me I've been dreaming a lot of things where they hurt people I care about, and then they tell me like I know I'm gonna sound crazy when I say this, but I feel like they're controlling my dreams to make me like I keep dreaming about my mom, and I keep thinking that she hurt somebody I care about. Like I keep dreaming that, and then I have to, and then I'm out there like watching, and I wake up and I'm like, dude, I have to go save that person, you know. And it's not like it's really like emotionally distressing, you know, that to know that they hurt somebody you care about. You just can't do anything about it, and you keep dreaming about it, and you keep dreaming about it. And it's I know it sounds crazy, but I think it might be because I don't remember ever having recurring dreams like that, and I don't remember going to the store and people talking about what I dreamed last night. And I try not to be hard on myself so much because I see that people, as you know, I see other people like me, you know, they say, oh yeah, your life is over, and it basically was over the moment they decided to start reading my thoughts and broadcasting them. Because you know, basically, let me try to explain how people are with me. Sorry, I have something in my mouth. So basically, you know, when you're starting to date someone, right? People are just they kind of find out and they're like, oh my god, you're dating her, and then they start talking about that person, you know that vibe, you know that it's not a good vibe, right? Well, yeah, okay, now I'm feeling that all the time, everywhere I go, they're talking about, oh, sabe que nadie quiere estar con ella, no, she knows nobody wants to be with her, a lot of like nonsense shit that like get importa, like literally, sometimes I just want to be like, damn, why do you fucking care? Is your did it like is your Is your life that boring for you to be harassing a target individual like that? I already made it so many times clear that I don't want to be in this situation. Like I made it clear so many times that if it were up to me, I would just be living my normal life like I was before I became a TI. I'd be going to college. I'd be having my 2 jobs like I used to. I had a fair trial at the Lancaster County Court. No judge won't be reading my mind. Uh, I probably could even pay for my lawyer. I could probably gather that 5K if I had the opportunity to not be harassed at my job. And what do I mean by harassment? People reading my thoughts. Do you know how uncomfortable that is? It's like I walk naked all the time, and then people are like, "Oh my God, take a picture." Oh my God, that's so interesting. Like, I don't know. I just can't wait. The day can't come soon enough, in my opinion. That day cannot come soon enough for me. But I don't know if it's ever gonna come. And people tell me, okay, don't give up, don't give up. FISA ends in 2027 of March. But is my targeting gonna end? These these people have tried to kill me, like, no cap, no cap. I'm not, no joking, for real. They have literally put something in my tire so I could get in a car accident. What is gonna stop them for trying to, like, continue stalking me? What's gonna stop them from continue slandering me? If I have cops, that know that I'm being gang stalked and done absolutely nothing, like, what is my hope that something's gonna change? My hope is that I can build a TMS machine and I can prove that my body can interact with magnetic fields. That's my hope. But I'm kind of struggling with this because I'm not a tech expert. And another thing that is keeping me going is that I want to measure the EMF from the 5G towers, and I want to prove to people that these do release EMF fields that interact with your brain like a TMS machine does, and it nearly modulates your brain. And you know what that is? Brain mind control. Mind control is real. I want to prove that to people. Because I just be doing shit that is just out of character for me, and I don't know how to, I don't know, and then I get punished for it, and I don't know. It just doesn't sit right with me that it doesn't sit right with me, like, did you know your phone releases EMF? Did you know that your phone releases EMF that interacts with your biofield? Invisible biofield was not invisible, but naked to your eye. And if I'm okay, if a TMS machine, you can put it to your brain and it changes your brain structure. And EMF, right? It has EMF. That's how it changes your brain structure. Imagine a phone that also releases EMF that interacts, that has been proven to interact with your your biofield and your energy field, and your possibly your brain cells, like this doesn't have to, like, I'm gonna do an experiment. If the TMS doesn't have to touch your brain, it just has to be strong enough to penetrate your skull. If it's it's strong enough, the magnet is strong to penetrate your skull, it can actually change your body structure, your body chemicals. That is mind control. That is actually mind control. Like, it's actually real. But I don't think nobody believed me, and so that's what keeps me going. I just, like, if I could prove it, like, I guess Kay isn't that crazy after all, right? She's telling the truth. I don't know. Is that day ever gonna come? I don't know. But yeah, I'm sad most of the time. They always been saying things that makes me sad, and I try not to have a mental breakdown this week. What else was I gonna say? Hopefully I can finish my TMS machine. I'm barely making the cord, but It looks good. So I'm gonna end the video so I can find the right wire so I can connect it to outlet and hopefully not die in the attempting to making a TMS machine. Because if I die trying to make a TMS machine, I don't know. At least I got killed with that, not by being stalked. Because, like I said, I try every day not to kill myself. It's kind of hard when I'm being severely, severely stalked. You know, people kill themselves just because people stalk them cyberly and physically. Now imagine being stalked with your brain. Imagine being stalked with your own eyes. Like I'm a tough one. Like I'm actually very strong because if people can actually kill themselves for just being physically stalked, imagine me that I'm actually like being burned. Like I'm a strong soldier. But until the technology is exposed, I'm just I don't even know what they think about me. Just they know I'm telling the truth. Like I wonder what people think about me. Um, I'm not a liar because they know they can hear me. So I wonder what they think about me because I'm actually telling the truth. Something to think about. But yeah. So Marcelino is telling my ex-husband things to treat me bad because of revenge. Sorry, Marcelino, for hurting your feelings when I was 16. I didn't think you were a fucking sociopath that would try to kill me when I was 25 and ruin my life, but you never know who you're gonna meet. Sorry. And I hope you go get the mental help you need because it's not normal to try to kill your significant other's daughter. You know that's not normal. So I hope you get the help you need because that's not normal. And I hope you get stalking help because you were also one of my stalkers that hired a private investigator that made me a TI. That's not okay either. And I hope your mom finds out, your parents find out if they already don't know that. If you didn't already tell them. But yeah, thanks for watching.